The Chris from mrbeast drama is crazy. mrbeast has one of the most subscribed YouTube channels and brings in hundreds of millions of views every month. Every video he seems like he improves something. He has brought a couple of his friends up along the way, not only himself. One of these friends is Kris, aka Ava. mrbeast tries to be out of drama as much as possible, being that he is one of the biggest family-friendly channels on the site. He doesn't like a bad image on his brand. He has multiple different companies that rely on his image and the people he surrounds himself with, but this look isn't good at all for mrbeast. A lot of people already don't like Kris because his transition from male to female, and people are saying that he left his family, even though he still claims to be a good dad, but he is divorced from his wife and not as much around his kid. But some people really don't think that, especially Nick Merckx.
Guy Beast came out and said Ava is a great father to his 2-year-old boy, or her, whatever the. That's what he said on Twitter to me. This character, man. I don't care how popular you are. I don't care how much money you got, how much power you think you got, dog. I like if we were in person, I'd grab him.
There are two different dramas. Yes, I said two different dramas surrounding Kris from mrbeast. One including an interaction that he had with a minor when he was 20 years old. So he would have been the ripe age of college and he would be talking to a middle schooler. How this got brought to light was a YouTuber named Prims42 exposed it in a 42-minute YouTube video explaining the whole situation.
So disclaimer, I do not know every single thing that happened behind the scenes. I do not know if when they met up, if he acted inappropriately towards him. I do not know these things. What I do know is what I can prove using the evidence I discovered, and the circumstances surrounding all of this as well are very suspicious, but there's something that I can show that is illegal. It's disgusting. It's something that you should never be talking about with a 13-year-old, 14-year-old.
One thing I want to say, this dude makes good intros on his videos. I'm not gonna lie, I f with them. Go check out his channel, link in the description. But basically, he had an online relationship with a minor, and this guy goes into full detail about it.
Kris Tyson reached out to this guy when he was 13 years old. Except the problem with that is Kris Tyson started an online friendship with this guy when he was only 13 years old. Now the problem with that is Kris Tyson was born in July of 1996. Lava GS was born on November 12th, 2003. The problem with that is that there's a 7-year age gap.
The situation is kind of a little weird for me because this guy is actually 10 days younger than me, which is wild to me. So that means when he was 13, I was 13, in the same boat as him in a sense. But basically they would go back and forth on Twitter all the time. It was them publicly having interactions, and this guy was kind of cherry picking a little bit, which I understand. They were inappropriate during this time, 2019 and under. The internet was a little bit different and they didn't take things much as seriously. There's a couple instances where he called him dad, not the kid, but Kris was calling the younger guy dad, which I didn't really think was it was a little weird, but to the sense of not really serious but inappropriate. So this tweet right here, he says, "This is a bad way to hide your at Kris." So he's basically saying they might have had conversations about these things, which I do think is inappropriate. Why are you having this with a middle schooler when you're in college age and all that things? It doesn't make much sense. And here's actually a picture that was posted on Instagram when he was the age of 16, where he met Kris and Carl. It was confirmed, and there was talks of them possibly going in an RV trip or whatever, but I don't know how true that is because of this. So that Twitter account that was actually interacting with Kris, this guy came out today and he said the whole thing was fake. Kris did nothing wrong. What's actually disgusting is you guys twisting things and making me a victim. So he's saying these things aren't true. When you guys factor in that mrbeast has a brand that he's trying to protect, and I guarantee he has a higher PR team that try to get in front of things like this, it might still be true. I'm not saying it's not, but he's telling us it's not. The next situation that Kris is actually involved in was all confirmed by Twitter, and it's worse than the last situation. This YouTuber AdRocks goes on to explain that Kris is confirmed to be liking illegal art that includes minors, and it does not look good at all. There's a legal artist called Shadman that he would interact with constantly on Twitter, and it's proved in this video. And he even included some of his artwork in his living room that was featured in one of mrbeast's videos. So right here is a Mr. Beast video. You can actually see Mr. Beast in the background in his old apartment. I actually don't think it's apartment. So Mr. Beast and Kris lived in the same house at one point. So obviously Jimmy knows about this image because his eyes are obviously in this direction. He actually might be looking at it right now thinking, what is going on right here? Which I would be thinking the same thing. It's a very inappropriate image, and apparently Kris actually got this online. It was confirmed on Twitter from that Shadman guy. So he actually put this up in his living room, which is crazy. And this goes back to the other situation where the 14-year-old actually said this is a bad way to hide your by Kris. So he knew that he actually liked these photos. So it is confirmed at this point. And it actually might not have been that. It might have been these images right here, which are highly illegal. So if you guys don't recognize this guy right here on your screen, he's had some drama with Jamari. If you guys know him, he fully dissect this guy in his video too as well. So this guy, he's seen that whole entire video that I just explained. I didn't put as much context, but this guy skipped through the whole entire video, and this is what he had to say right here.
God, I hate how this is formatted like a commentary video, and it feels like it was edited by AI.
You still think this is a coincidence? The next incident will definitely change your mind. On January 25th, 2019,
It also sounds like it was written by fucking AI.
Shadman posted a picture of a character called Raptalia from the Rising of the
So the synopsis is...
So he skipped through the whole entire video, interact with it at all. He didn't dissect it in his mind. He's already forming an opinion because he has a prejudgment of Kris being a good guy, I guess.
Ava used to like... Stop skipping? No, because the synopsis of the video is Ava used to like Shadman in 2017.
This guy liked a illegal thing in 2017, and that just makes it okay. This guy, his logic is out the window.
I don't need to look at a bunch of his fucking file art to go fucking figure that out. That's gross. Don't watch that fucking dog shit video. So bad. Such an awful, fucking terribly formatted video.
That was actually a good video, but you can see that guy trying to defend. His mind's racing. How could I possibly defend it? So you know what you do? You insult the video. You insult his credentials, which you can't really, because that's a high quality video. So he probably did high quality research, which he obviously did. He shows receipts and everything. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. I just think this guy crazily dumb. I'm not gonna insult him as much, but you can tell that he has already a prejudgment set in his mind that you can't change. But I appreciate you guys watching. I work hard on these videos. Long and hard, pause. But I appreciate if you guys hit that sub button, hit that like button. I'm on my way to 300 subscribers. Let's hit that subscriber goal, man.